Hey, what's good with y'all boys, man? Oh, and ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my channel. It is I, Divine Flow. Just here, man, just bringing y'all some insight, bringing y'all some knowledge, bringing you guys some experiences that are relatable, and yeah, let's get started. So, um, this video hopefully doesn't get too deep, but I definitely want to bring up a topic that that's kind of included with the mental health and spiritual aspects. So, for those who don't or haven't heard of this yet, shadow work. So, what is shadow work, right? Simply, what shadow work means to me is basically going into the deep, darker, unseen realms of yourself. So, like a shadow, we all have a shadow, right? When the sun shines on us. So that's a little reference to know that, oh shit, technically we all have a dark side. You know what I mean? A lot of people embrace that dark side, and eventually becomes their whole, you know, their mask, or how they reflect their energy onto other people. You know, but that shadow side doesn't have to. And what I mean by shadow, like, it don't have to be like evil. You know, I think one thing we've been taught growing up is that, like, you know, darkness or anything related to that is evil. It's like it's you know, they always relate to like hell, like, and all that, in a dark place. You know, sitting in your room in a dark place, you're in a bad state of mind, right? And that could be true, you know, but I feel like all that stuff is kind of necessary. For those who like watched my channel, like watched a few videos on my channel already, I talked about, like, in my spiritual journey video, I talked about how I had to come from that really dark place in my life in order to really see and really know who I truly am, by doing shadow work. So shadow work is basically, man, is really going deep within yourself. And this is the thing, you can have a therapist kind of walk you through this, or you can have somebody kind of teaching you this, but eventually it's a solo mission. It's a thing that you have to eventually do and overcome. And for me, shadow work was necessary in my evolution. And I think shadow work is necessary for everybody's evolution. There's so many, like, I made a post on my Instagram talking about, like, doing the shadow work and healing, you know, generational traumas, generational curses. And you only really get those insights, those deep, like, hidden messages once you do the shadow work. For example, let's say if a woman grew up without a father, they grew up without, you know, male figures in their life, male role models. You know, they didn't grow up with that divine, masculine. I wouldn't say divine, but I would say they didn't grow up with that masculine energy. They didn't grow up with like a father figure, right? So they lack that guidance from their fathers. So let's say, you know, they were missing their father growing up, and eventually they kind of have this like salty taste and just like bitter energy towards men in their lives. And this could be the same thing for like men growing up without mothers or whatever, or fathers, if you will, right? If you grew up with a single mother, single father, or whatever, and you can relate to this. So if the woman didn't grow up without a father or a male figure, her relationships with males or with men are going to be altered. It's going to be somewhat destructive. It could be somewhat illusional. It could be I mean, it could be a good thing as well. You know, maybe she had to, depending on the circumstances, she had to learn how to like care for her own, or maybe she has sons now. Maybe she's a mother and she has sons and she understands the importance of having a male figure in their lives. So she kind of plays those roles, or she's familiar with it, right? But if a person who grew up without a father and they notice that their relationships with men are terrible or destructive or misguided, or, you know, there's no trust there, and if she's not aware of it, this could be, you know, destructive towards the person's life. Meaning, she has to do the shadow work within herself to really understand why she has these negative aspects with men. You guys following me? So, and that works with anything, you know, especially when it comes to the household and the family. Of course, if you didn't grow up with a loving, you know, sheltered environment growing up, that's going to affect kind of how you relate to people. You know what I mean? How you trust people, how you eventually love. And, you know, we all, you know, growing up, you know, I'm a 90s baby, so I've seen, like, it's crazy because I really feel like 90s babies are like really in that middle, you know, of the old ways of doing things and now into the new ways of doing things, and teaching kind of the younger generation behind us. So, you know, I realized that, like, man, a lot of us have these like unhealed wounds that we never like healed from. You know, we never actually did the work. You know, in urban communities, if you will, like, we're not taught on like therapy. We're not taught on like talking emotions out. We're not taught any of these things, bro. We're learned to, especially as men, we're taught to repress these feelings, these emotions. You know what I mean? Men aren't really like taught to be emotional, you know, to heal our emotional body, right? And and you can see if somebody, you know, late 20s, you know, 30s, 40s at this point, like, you can kind of, and if you're aware, you know, you can see, like, oh man, you just probably didn't have a good household growing up, or like, oh man, you lacked at feminine or male or masculine energy. You know what I mean? You can eventually, people wear, you know, some people wear their heart on their sleeves, and you can see, man, sometimes you can see the actual trauma that they never faced before, and it's relevant in their outside body, right? I truly feel like what happens on the inside, like what affects your inner body, your emotional body, eventually portrays out. And you can see, man, if once you do the shadow work within yourself, once you start really healing within, you start facing your innermost insecurities, your innermost fears, all the like bullshit trauma like that your family have been through, past generations. You kind of born into that, and you're wondering why, like, yo, why I feel this way, or how come I'm not cool with this person, or my certain opportunities don't come for me. Of course, there's so many external factors that weigh in on your evolution, but bro, like, all these things eventually hit home. They hit within, and if we don't heal, bro, if we don't really aren't aware of those issues, man, it affects everything, man. And of course, nowadays we talk a lot about mental health. You know, we talk about a lot about, you know, emotional health, you know, and obviously physical health. All these three pillars, they work, man. They work in order for you, man. And once you align yourself you like really heal within, you do the shadow work, bro. You basically transform. You're like the phoenix, right? You're like the phoenix that rose from the ashes. You know what I mean? And you embrace the shadow side of yourself, bro. Like in astrology, in astrology you have like the 12th house, right? The 12th house is related to the subconscious mind, you know, and the subconscious mind can kind of work with that shadow work as well, because the subconscious mind, we don't activate that like that, you know what I mean? That's a side of us that we don't have access to like that, you know. And the subconscious mind has like hidden traumas. It has hidden talents, you know what I mean? It has like so many hidden things that are hidden from ourselves. And doing that shadow work, bro, like literally, you know, that's why I'm big on meditation, and I'm big on self-care, and I'm big on, you know, talking about the things I'm talking about, because these are all forms of healing, right? These are all forms of actual of healing ourselves and not causing any more pain to anybody or ourselves. Like, because eventually the goal is to raise our consciousness. Like, I realize in our physical realm here, like in the earth plane, man, we're really here. We're here to really heal ourselves, bro. We're really here to raise our consciousness, to really be our best selves, man. That's why I keep saying divinity being our godlike state, because I'm not saying we are. I mean, even though, you know, to each his own, but we have the power essentially of God, because God created us, right? So why wouldn't he want us to be in this, you know, be uplifted, to be in that heavenly state at all times, especially on earth, you know? So, man, we just got to do the shadow work, guys. Like, we got to do the shadow work, you know. And I'm still working on mines, bro. And I like I said in my previous videos, bro, I've been there, bro. I've been through some dark shit before, and I've never really, you know, expressed it to a lot of people, which you shouldn't. You know, hopefully you find trusted individuals that you can open up to and relate to. But yeah, man, I had to do the shadow work, bro, and I'm still doing it. You know what I mean? It's not like a one session with, you know, a meditation and you're all fixed, bro. Like, it takes a constant effort and consistency to really like heal. And once you heal yourself, I truly feel like you can heal others. You know, once you help yourself and you get to that, at least to a point where, like, man, like, I feel great. I realize my traumas. I realize my downfalls. I realize all the negative aspects of myself or my hidden self, bro. And you start to portray that, you know what I mean? And who knows, like, you might have hidden talents in that darkness. You know what I mean? Like, it's I'm basically trying to say is to embrace the shadow side, man. You know, embrace that dark side in you. At least face it. At least go head toe to toe with it, man. Look that shit in the eye, bro, and really really face it. You know, we're taught to repress our feelings. We're taught to put everything away. We're taught to just, you know, suck it up and keep moving. Everything's such a moving forward at all times, and I agree with that. But like, yo, did you see the trail you left behind? You know what I'm saying? Like, did you see the destruction you might have caused back there? Just always looking forward, just crushing everything out your way. You know, and that's really what the shadow work is about, guys. Like, and this is what I want my channel to be about, is to really help others just have a new perspective, man. Just think like, oh, I didn't think of it like that. All right, let me do my research here and there. Because all this is eventually my perspective, but I've studied a lot of this stuff and I'm into this stuff as well. So, you know, it helps me heal at the same time, right? Like, it helps me do my own shadow work when I'm talking about these things, and I'm pushing it in the forefront, man. And of course, you know, there's a time and place for that to occur. You know, you don't always want to be that negative Nancy talking about real shit all the time, and that's what the Matrix does, bro. Once you wake up from the Matrix, you can't not unsee all the bullshit. So eventually you want to just talk about the bullshit, or at least find solutions to the bullshit. Then you realize that people still be on the bullshit. So then, you know, you hopefully don't be on the bullshit after. So, yeah, man, you know, really going within, really finding who you really are, man. Really going within your deeper side, your subconscious mind, bro, and really unlocking your true divinity, man, because it's there, you know. And yeah, so yeah, hopefully that struck a nerve on some viewers on here, man. Let's do the shadow work, guys. Let's really heal within. Let's help each other. Let's help ourselves and help each other, bro, because we're all in this together. You know, I'm a person that, you know, stays in solitude, and I enjoy my alone time, don't get me wrong, but I've realized that in order to build a community, in order to build relationships, you need to work well with others. You need to open up and hopefully find like-minded individuals that can support you. So yeah, I don't want to get off too much of a tangent, but yeah, man, just really wanted to talk about shadow work, really healing within, really doing the inner works, bro. And there's so many ways to do it. Like, for example, you know, obviously meditation is big, you know, doing like visualization exercises, doing breath work, really doing breath work, right? Controlling that prana, really releasing, because eventually what we are energy. So emotions are just energy in motion, and that shadow work is suppressed energy. So once we get into meditation, once we get to breathing, once we get to eating right, your body starts working better, and the energy flows a lot smoother. And you know, you can, like I said, man, you're gonna heal from within, and this is gonna change everything, you know. So yeah, man, let's do the shadow work, guys. Embrace or challenge yourselves to really go deep within, man, and practice. It's not just like, you know, you're gonna figure it out right now, you know, within minutes after this video. Just, you know, just ease your way into it, man. Just really be aware. You know, awareness is the first part. You know, knowing is the first part, and then applying that knowledge is eventually what the purpose is. So yeah, man, hopefully this video isn't too long. If you stuck around to the end, I appreciate you guys. Let me just quick shout out to anybody that is working on themselves, bro. Anybody that's on the semen retention journey, whether 7 days, 30 days, 20 days, whatever, bro, a year, whatever time you're going, man, just you hope you're healing from within, because it's not just the end all be all. There's so many different pillars and so many different things that make the circle of life go round, bro, and we have to be aware of all these different knowledges and stuff. So yeah, man, like I said, man, thank you for viewing my video. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe, hit that like button, bro. You know what I mean? Help a brother out, you know what I mean? I noticed I got to get more consistent with the videos and the content. So, you know, I'm definitely going to do that. So, but anyways, man, if you made it this far to the video, I appreciate you. Keep being your divine self. Keep being your best self. Keep working on yourself, man. And do the shadow work, guys. Really go within. Really heal, you know, yourselves and help yourselves, man. And break your family curses, man. Break those generational curses, bro. Because I'm working on my shit now. You know, and some days are easier, some you get stronger, bro. You know, that's what it is. You heal, you get stronger, and you're able to help others through your experiences. So, thanks a lot, guys. Thank you for viewing this video. I appreciate you guys. Till next time, Divine Flow here. Peace.